go ahead and hide this camera. Right? It's already low. So, just go ahead and get started. So, this video is for twin flame air signs, my Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius out there. I have a specific message for you. It's piggybacking off of the transformation videos, part 1 and 2 that were uploaded yesterday. My message specifically for my twin flame air signs is that anything is possible, you just have to be open. Special welcome to everybody. I am Miss Brittany, your twin flame teacher. A special welcome if this is your first time watching one of my videos. Just a heads up for everybody, if you don't already know, you can always check out my channel for free collective downloads, free collective updates, and free collective advice. I do all my videos live. I don't have a set schedule, mainly because of how I get my channelings. You are more than welcome to hit the bell for notifications, and you will be notified of when I am available for you. Before we go ahead and dive in, let's check out what we have our music from. This is the Ibiza Chill Out Mix, Chill Out Lounge Music 24/7 live radio. It gives you relaxing, chill music. You can find them here on YouTube at KIU Chill Out Lounge Music Mixes. I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream. This is one of the streams that I would listen to while working. Anywho, again, let's go ahead and let's dive right in. This will be a very quick message again for my air signs. Just a heads up before we really dive in, as you know, I may not resonate with you. Some of you flat out, I'm not going to be rude, but I'm going to put it to you exactly how it is. Some of you are not actually twin flames. Not saying that if I don't resonate with you, you're not a twin flame, but keep that in the back of your mind. You also may not be in the wave that is relevant to me personally. As I've expressed in various videos, I'm not going to use this point to elaborate on what waves are. I'm sure you can Google, YouTube, whatever, and you'll get a plethora of information about the twin flame waves that are in existence. So keep those in mind. It is normal to have just say 1, 2, maybe even 3 occasional downloads and videos not resonate with you. That's normal. Prepare for that and know that that day will come. That day might be today. However, if several videos consistently just do not resonate with you, I just flat out may not be the teacher for you, and that's not a bad thing on my part. That's not a bad thing on your part. And again, it does not diminish what you have come to know as your twin flame connection. But, you know, if I'm not for you, no harm, no foul. We can part ways, no problem. If I am the one for you, awesome. That said, if I am the one for you, let's go ahead and let's walk through this door that you literally need to walk through if you are a twin flame air sign. So yesterday I posted a 2-part video, not because it was particularly long, even though they were both pretty long. I think one was 19 minutes and then the other one was 15:55. But anyways, I had to split it into 2 because I had someone come to the door. But anyways, so I talked about how pretty much all twins in this specific wave, or my relevant wave, are going through a very profound period of transformation. And we talked about a missed opportunity that pretty much everyone in the collective in this specific wave had. Most likely it was a professional missed opportunity. I don't feel, and the universe did not guide me to think that it was a missed opportunity with your twin flame. Most likely that was not the case because this particular wave is twin flamers who are in separation and have had little to no contact. So there really wouldn't have been the opportunity for a missed opportunity with your twin. But again, so if that resonated with you yesterday, if you haven't watched those videos, I advise you go back and take a listen to them so you can, because again, this video will kind of piggyback off of that. But specifically, if you are an air sign, a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, this is for you. If you, again, resonate with the missed opportunity that most likely is professional. To my air sign twin flames, yesterday in the video, again, we talked about the missed opportunity most likely being professional, and we talked about how you had to, everyone who was dealing with it essentially had to change two things. One of two things or both, either their attitude or their approach to what they felt was the success behind the missed opportunity. But in particular, if you're an air sign twin flame, you have to be open to both the problem facing you and the associated solutions. On my energy, I kind of feel as if you don't see the it's more than just a, there's a problem that I have to get through with you. You're flat out not open to the solution. You actually know what needs to be done, and when you actually look at the problem itself, you have a problem with the problem, not because you have a problem with the solution, but just because you have a problem with the problem. But deeper than um, a normal person who, not saying you're not normal, but you have an extreme problem, almost a sense of anger and frustration, more so than other twins within the collective who are within this wave who are dealing with this missed opportunity. You, particularly my air signs, you have to be open, and you have to be willing, and you have to be optimistic. You have to be open to the problem itself. Some of you, I see you sitting there saying, oh, why does this always happen to me? Or why do I have this string of bad luck? Again, I touched on that yesterday. In this period of transformation, essentially all twins within this wave are having seemingly more downs than they are ups. And you have to be open to the fact that this is just part of your experience. You have to not get over it, but you have to get through it. And this is going to be the only way that you get through it, with you being willing to actually go through it. I see some of you kind of sitting there as children with your arms crossed, not necessarily throwing a tantrum, because a tantrum means that you're actually doing something. A lot of you air sign twin flames are literally just sitting there with your arms crossed, saying, I don't want to do it, but why do I? I don't have to. Why, you're in a tantrum, you would be, actively causing disruption to those around you, actively working against what you don't want, which is the problem that you're facing. You're not doing anything, my air signs. You are not working against the problem, but you're also not working to get through it. You have to be willing to take action. Positive action, mind you. And you have to be optimistic. I understand that you're looking at the situation, especially at that missed opportunity, most likely professional, and you're saying, there's no freaking way, everything is working against me. I've got a whole bunch of things going on. I'm like, why even freaking bother? And then don't even think about the fact that you haven't talked to your twin flame in God knows how long, or if you have talked to them, it's been really inconsistent. And that's not making it any better. So all of those things are coming to a culmination to make you feel, how do I say, less than optimistic about what's going on. But again, flat out, this has to change. Instinctively, some other signs may kind of generally know what needs to be done or have a hint, but particularly with my air signs, you know exactly what needs to be done. You are either in a place where you know what needs to done, and again, due to your lack of openness, willingness, and optimism, you are saying, I don't want to do it, but why do I, why do I have to work so hard while other people just seem to have things handed to them on a platter? Or if that's not the case, what's going on with you is you are sitting to yourself knowing what has to be done. You may even be slightly willing to do it, but you just maybe feel a drain or lack of energy because of that lack of optimism. And you are saying, I'm tired. I feel like I'm always trying. Nothing ever turns out. So why do I need to try in this regard? Or even if things have turned out in the past, again, going back to that missed opportunity, most likely professional, you were saying to yourself, well, why? You know, why? Like, there's just no point. I tried then, why try now? Because look how that turned out. You have to, again, be enthusiastic when tackling the solution, particularly to the missed opportunity we talked about. You know what the solution is. You know you need to do it. However, you have to come about getting that enthusiasm. I sense for some of you it may be getting out the house because you've been locked up in the house. I sense that it may be for some of you that you need to let go of people who are putting thoughts in your mind, because those negative thoughts causing that lack of openness, willingness, and optimism may not even be coming from you. It may be coming from those surrounded by you. You may have to move yourself from that situation. And part of that temporary removal may help you understand the long-term removal from those people that are going to be needed for you to accomplish your overall goals. We talked about, as was referenced earlier for the collective, the need to change your attitude or the overall approach. But for my air sign twin flames, you have to go deeper. You have to change your attitude and your approach. But more specifically, you have to be open, willing, and optimistic, because without those things, other signs, I see them, some of them may be directly working against the solution, but my air signs aren't even doing anything. You're just kind of sitting there, and if you don't proceed, you will continue to sit here, and you will go deeper and deeper into, you're not necessarily in a state of depression, but you may head down that road if you continue to do nothing. So that's my message to my my air signs. I felt need to share this with you. Stay tuned for regular downloads, lessons, and advice. I know that I've got some more that I plan on putting up, matter of fact, within the next few minutes. So I look forward to reaching all of you. I hope that this was of use to my air signs, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Goodbye.